Welcome, race fans, to Maximum Speed Racing at Indianapolis tonight for 80 laps. We actually turned it down a little bit. It was set to be slated for 110 laps, I believe it was. So definitely a difference here. 80 laps. The guys really did not want to run 110 laps. So. All right, guys are out practicing. Looks like Tommy Lee on the top spot. Tommy not racing, though, but got to go out there and try to prove a point. Try to be better. So, but anyhow, we're ready to see these guys get going here. All right, drivers, I believe, are in a driver's meeting right now, so we'll give them that time here to get everything sorted out here for the race. So, again, thanks for watching here tonight, folks. A couple special shout outs here. Uh, one I wanted to make sure that I got out there was, yeah, I'll get it out here in just a minute. David Howard Jr.'s buddy Andy that's in the hospital, so special shout out to him. And also a shout out to Thomas Keene's grandmother, Moga Mikhail, that's in the hospital, and Mrs. Keene being there with her, trying to get her nurse back to health. So best of wishes to you on a speedy recovery. And also faithful viewers that are tuning in tonight: Cameron, Diane, Sharon, Leanna, Logan, Dan, Tom Brandner, and Steve Hurst. So special shout outs to all of our faithful viewers. And again, of course, tonight is Tuesday, our league race, when YouTube's going to act up. So if you're dropping frames, don't blame me. Send a message to YouTube. I'm about half tempted to start actually not broadcasting to you. Going back to Twitch is what I've been kind of kicking it around. Let's hold on 1 second here, and I'll be right back. Sometimes if I shut it off and restart it, it does help, but it doesn't appear to be. It should straighten out here by race time anyhow, but we'll see. But again, they are in a driver's meeting here, so we'll give them that time. And we should see them get back out here. Well, no, it doesn't look like they're going to have time to get back out here, it appears. So we're probably going to head right to qualifying, folks. So we'll step away here for just a second and get our national anthem. So we will return.
Guys. And now, the most famous words in motorsports. Gentlemen, start your
All right, folks, we're back here. And YouTube's still acting up, as usual. So waiting on times to come in here for the first couple of laps. Long ways around, 2.5 miles, and this is not really I don't know what you'd really call it. It's kind of like, it's almost like a square. It's not really an oval per se. It's not oval shaped. It's kind of like a square shape. You got 4 distinctive turns, and each turn, you would think that turn 1 and 3 would be the same, and 2 and 4 would be the same, and and actually they're really not, because you go into the turns at different speeds and a little bit of different approach on them. So I don't think that they're actually classified as the same. Huge facility though here, and if you followed along in racing here, just I think it was a couple of weeks ago, was the Indy 500 here. So and that was a pretty exciting race. Doesn't appear to have a whole bunch of qualifiers out here tonight. Oh, Scott, you're in here. Scott.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You're not racing?
No, I am. I didn't think you were going to come back. I've popped out when you came back in.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted you to get a good look at my scheme tonight. I'm running a tribute to my dad tonight, so just wanted you to get a shot of that on the broadcast for me if you could.
Sure thing, I will.
All right, brother. The setup is crazy loose. You're probably going to see some cautions tonight because these things are basically on rails tonight.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Everybody was having problems in practice keeping it on the track, so it's going to be one of those races, I think, tonight. But you never know. We could drop the green flag and everybody gets their act together and we're all good to go. But, yeah, car's crazy loose.
Wow. Okay, only 6 qualifiers, too. Wow.
It's probably why, because people are just ride the back.
Yeah, well, I can't say as I really blame them, but that's probably what I would do, too.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those races where whoever gets to the finish could get a podium.
There you go.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll let you get to it. Have a good race.
All right, you too. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
All right, David Howard Jr. on the pole with a 51.172, actually tying Sean Butler. Sean Butler will be starting on the outside of him with the same exact time. William Kirk in third. Brian Wertman, good to see Brian back with us in fourth. Kerry Cleaver fifth. Kyle Streichard's in sixth, last one to qualify. First one to not qualify, Robert O'Neill. Scott Brinson in eighth. Tommy Lee not in there. Nathan Miller in 10th. Mark Robertson 12th. Tyler Stanley in 13th. James Lehman 14th. Thomas Keene 15th. Daniel Smallwood 16th. Brian Phillips 18th. Rush in 19th. Kevin, how are you? Kevin O'Brien in 20th, and Timothy Lewis taking up the rear of the field in his Budweiser paint scheme car. And all right, we're going to get back up here. These guys are about ready to roll off the grid. David changing up to his old paint scheme, Razorbacks. All right, well, let me give us a little volume here. They are rolling off the grid now. Long ways around this 2.5 mile oval. They call it an oval. It's a square oval. If you get that, Tommy, it's a square oval. Well, if you look at it from an aerial view, it kind of looks like a square, with rounded corners. So, do you call it an oval or a square? I guess it's all up to you. But we're ready to go here. Looks like pretty close to about 20 drivers, 19 drivers out there on the track, I think, 18 or 19. Good to see Nathan Miller out racing with the guys tonight. And okay, did he not start? He's starting on pit road. Oh, okay. All right. David Howard leading them around here. We're about to unleash them here and get them going for the first lap in Indianapolis here. So ready for... I know there was some folks there I gave shout-outs to, but wanted to make sure that I did get that special shout-out to Moga Mikhail, Thomas Keene's grandmother that is sick, and we're wishing you well and get better soon. Mrs. Keene, his mom, there with her, and hopefully you are doing well and enjoying the race here tonight. This should be a good one. Oh, we've got some guys coming down pit road. Pace car is in, and David Howard Jr. ready for the green. Green, green, green. All right, Sean Butler trying to get a run on the outside. Well, I don't know how that's going to work because the inside line here does actually work better. And it looks like David is going to take over the lead for sure. William Kirk right there in third. These guys all getting... Wow, look at them all sorting around here. Robert O'Neill way down on the inside. Looks like he wants to go to the back. Looks like 17 drivers. Excuse me. Kerry Cleaver still sitting on pit road. David Howard Jr. coming around here, and he will lead the first lap of the race. So 1 bonus point goes to David Howard Jr. for leading that first lap. The front three pulling away from James Lehman in fourth. And Daniel Smallwood, shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Smallwood that usually tunes in here every night to watch Daniel perform and run a good race. Kyle Strychar's 6th, Tyler Stanley 7th, Thomas Keene 8th. These guys all trying to work get the tires up to temperature is going to be the key thing here tonight. Oh, William Kirk out of shape. Good save. Saves it and maintains third place, but loses the draft there of David Howard Jr. and Sean Butler. Smallwood in fourth as he gets around James Lehman. and goes into 4th place. Lehman back to 5th. And Tyler Stanley gets by Kyle Streichars and moves into 6th. Now here comes Thomas Keene down on the low side of Kyle Streichars as well. Oh, them two almost get together. Kyle stays way up the hill to avoid contact. Good driving, good driving. Hey, Michael. Streichars back to 8th. Brian Wortman in 9th. Scott wanted me to look at his car here tonight. Let me go back here and see if I can find it. This is a special tribute to his dad, the Beatles. Must be a Beatles fan. That's pretty cool. It's gonna look. Looks like he gets by Brian Wortman and goes into 9th. Let's see if. Oh, okay. There you go. Paul Brinson. Okay. Rest in peace, Dad. Very cool, very cool. I like it, Scott. Like it a lot, man. Pretty awesome. All right, Sean Butler now takes over the lead. Sorry I missed that. Looking at Scott's car there. He wanted me to make sure I had it on camera. So very nice. David Howard Jr. was our previous leader. Now Sean Butler goes into 1st. William Kirk now falling back 1.9 seconds. And boy, look at this here. Daniel Smallwood closing in on him, folks. Lehman in 3rd. Man, I am really full of mistakes here tonight. Lehman in 5th. Thomas Keene back in 6th. And Tyler Stanley looking on the inside there for just a quick minute. As he's all over the back of Thomas Keene. And these guys running already 6 seconds behind the leader. That's a forever out here on Indianapolis. It might as well be many laps down. Rush goes back to 14th behind Kevin O'Brien. Brian Phillips in 15th. Nathan Miller 16th. Way back here, he actually started on pit road. And Kerry Cleaver rounding out the field. Now he is a lap down. I'm not sure what happened there, but he had to pit, and he'll go a lap down. Sean Butler still in the lead. These guys pulling away by 2.1 seconds. William Kirk in 3rd. Boy, and Smallwood dives to the bottom. And he drives right on by William Kirk. Smallwood into 3rd. Long ways back to Thomas Keene in 6th place. 6.3 seconds. Tyler Stanley kind of backing off a little bit there. Kyle Streichars still hanging on in 8th. No caution yet, folks. 8 laps in the books. Well, they're on lap 8, excuse me. Brian Wortman 9th as he got back around Scott Brinson. Scott goes back to 10th. Robert O'Neill in 11th. Timothy Lewis 12th. Not bad. Timothy started 21st today and is already up to 12th, so that's pretty awesome. Rush back here still running the Cancer Sucks paint scheme for Lee Bedzall's daughter. A bunch of them ran it in a race here a while back, and he's still running it. Brian Phillips right behind him in 15th. Brian, the only one that's still eligible for the G27 wheel that Ed's given away. Nathan Miller about 6 seconds behind them guys, but 21 seconds behind the leader, which is almost a half a lap behind, folks. Sean Butler going into turn 3 is starting to put some distance on David Howard Jr. now. Smallwood 4.1 seconds behind him. Lehman gets around William Kirk, goes into 4th. Lehman started 14th and is already in 4th, so he's definitely been on the move. Kirk back to 5th. And these guys are starting to fall back far enough that Keene is going to start reeling them in. He's only about 2 seconds behind William Kirk right now. I'm going to put this on autopilot for just a minute. I got to step away for just a minute. These stupid allergies have been acting up lately, and man, they're kicking my butt. Sorry, folks. Okay, Robert O'Neill goes into 9th. Brian Wortman up to 8th. Started 4th today with a good qualifying time, but got mired back in the field a little ways. He's running about 12.5 seconds behind the leader, and it looks like a brand new paint job, hefty. Oh, into the wall. A little damage here. Ouch. Tyler Stanley moves into 7th after starting 13th. And he's about 1.2 seconds behind William Kirk. Kirk getting passed up by Keene. I knew it wasn't going to be long, but these guys are way back. 7.5 seconds behind the leader. James Lehman 5 seconds behind the leader in 4th. Daniel Smallwood just ahead of him in 3rd. Hopefully Mr. and Mrs. Smallwood are watching. I know they usually tune in. They might not be watching just yet. Maybe they're finishing up dinner or whatever, but they'll be tuning in. You'll see them in chat here in a few. Sean Butler leading 9 laps so far in the race. Started 2nd today. Actually had the same exact qualifying time as David Howard Jr., but he started in 2nd place. David started in 1st. .8 seconds ahead of Daniel Smallwood. Go back here and check on William Kirk on pit road. Oh, early pit stop for William. Kerry Cleaver in last place here, 17th place. Kevin O'Brien now at the back of the field in 15th. Nathan Miller does get by Kevin O'Brien and goes into 14th. Right behind Brian Phillips. Rush not far ahead of them in the Cancer Sucks car. Kyle Streicher's in 11th. Oh, into the wall he goes. Heavy hit there. Looks like he's got damage on both sides of the car. I think he'd better get that on pit road and get it looked at. Scott Brinson now 10th place, 17.2 seconds behind the leader. And he's been into the wall as well. Right front corner got some damage on it. Timothy Lewis right ahead of him, 9th. Robert O'Reilly, 8th. Brian Workman, 7th. Tyler Stanley in 6th, 9.9 seconds behind the leader. Started 13th. Thomas Keene started 15th, running in 5th. James Lehman started 14th, running 4th. As he gets by Daniel Smallwood. Whoa.
Look like you got a little loose there, Rudy.
Yeah. I missed when Daniel got loose there, but now.
Oh, James is in the ball a little bit.
Oh, these
so
guys.
This track loves tires and it's getting loose. Now he's loose. He saves it. Smallwood will go by James Lehman.
Well, I think James was probably doing a little mirror driving right there, and you got to pay attention out the windshield, not what's behind you.
Well, you know what? When you drive here, Rudy, you got to pay out front windshield and the rear mirror.
I know it. Well, David Howard now at 2nd place, but Biden's time, these two got 6.4 seconds on 3rd place Daniel Smallwood. So they're just out here cruising right now. I think they're both probably in tire conservation mode.
Yeah, I would think so, Rudy. Yeah, they look like they're getting their lift points down packed. They know how to get in these corners and getting back out of these corners, so they're also doing an awesome job.
There's Mr. and Mrs. Smallwood. Oh, they're getting the pool going. Uh-oh. I know where we're going swimming. We'll be over.
Be there with a flash.
Well, been pretty clean racing.
Smallwood is just a little loose there. Coming off that turn there, it saves it.
Well, somebody said Scott Brinson was saying that the cars are extremely loose here. Are they? You went out and turned some laps, didn't you, Ed?
Yeah, but you know what I did though, Rudy? At first they were, and so I did a little bit of adjustment on the steering ratio and plus the offset. I played with that and finally tightened the car up where I needed to drive the car lap after lap. But like I said, when I first got out there, oh my God, I kept spinning. Oh, Smallwood's in the wall. Smallwood, did he save it?
No,
yes,
he saved it.
He's not touching nothing.
No.
He's got to save, Rudy. Good save, Smallwood.
Wow, that was the save of the race right there. Holy smokes.
Guess those tires are greasy now.
Yep. Man, what a save.
I don't know, Smallwood, maybe somebody's out there leaking a little oil out there on the track there and you got into it.
Yeah, it could have been James Lehman. He was right ahead of him, and he could have been a little dropping some oil on the track. Sorry, Ed, I keep sneezing, man. Oh, man, my allergies are just like kicked into high gear.
Well, I can imagine this is time of the season for it. The rain and all the pollen in the air.
Oh, yeah.
The rain doesn't happen when it happens because that's when it all comes from the trees and then the grass and all that stuff just gets stirred up.
Well, I was looking to rush.
Smallwood is going to pit this time. Just by Rudy, we're going to get 4 fresh tires to fill that full of Snoco fuel here on this car here.
Well, that's probably a good call because he's superheated them tires, and I'm sure he's flat spotted them, and it probably just really ain't worth the crap right now at all.
Nope, and he knows that once you lose grip of those tires, you can't get up speed, so it's a good idea that he comes down, his pit crew tell him to bring it down, and we'll put 4 set of 4s on and we'll get you back out.
There you go. I don't see any tires going on.
I don't know what's going on there. Is he getting stalled or something?
I don't know. Well, Butler's still out ahead of David Howard Jr. and James Lehman in third, 9.1 seconds back, and we're a quarter of the way through the race now. Ed, 60 to go.
Cruising right along here, Rudy.
Yeah, these guys were a little bit reluctant about that 110 lap thing, Ed.
I think it would have been all right. These guys are good drivers out here. I think 100 would have been nothing for them.
Yeah, probably. And I know David Howard Jr., when I talked to him, he said, man, he said, I like the long races, but, I'll take 80, Well, this way it kind of affords them the time that they could actually, after this race, probably go run another race before bedtime. Some of them got to go to work tomorrow.
Oh, definitely.
Tyler Stanley in fifth, starting to close up on Thomas Keene and James Lehman. Robert O'Neill, sixth place. Brian Wertman running good in seventh. He started to come back.
He's definitely have a good run tonight. I mean, I fell back a little bit, Rudy. I mean, he started, the fourth spot there, dropped all the way back down to 13. Now he's in the seventh spot.
Yeah, he's coming back up. Timothy Lewis, man, look at this. Timothy Lewis started 21st, Ed, and he's 8th position. That's awesome.
He's on a roll. Looks like he's saving his tires there for sure, Rudy. And you know how Timothy Lewis is. He likes the long runs, and he'll be up towards the front time this race is over.
Yes, sir. And Scott Brinson hanging right with him. Scott was the one that was telling me that he said that the car felt really loose. Looks like Timothy Lewis getting by Brian Wertman now. And Scott Brinson diving to the bottom. And he drives by Brian Wertman. So just as we were bragging up Brian loses 2 spots in a couple of turns there.
Well, that can happen here on this track, Rudy. You know what I mean? These guys are saving the tires. I think Brian got a little loose there. Maybe didn't get no practice in. I don't know what the reason is. Like we talked about when this first race started, it's about, throttle control here, where the lifting points are to get around this joint.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like Kerry Cleaver has retired from the race. Smallwood is going to be back out. Well, he's coming back down pit road again. It looks like he's been into the wall again. And,
oh, boy.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see him change tires, but apparently he did. I wouldn't think that he would have stayed out there and drove them tires unless he had them unchecked or something.
I don't know what was going on there in the Rudy. Their crew weren't changing any tires. I don't know. He had a little damage in the right rear of that car, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, Lehman hit the wall again. A little bit more damage on that car.
Looks like Daniel's going to sit there and try to get some of that damage fixed up now. But, yeah, okay. Well, Keene gets by Lehman. So Keene moving forward. Lehman back to fourth again.
Take that third spot from him.
Yes, he did. Mr. and Mrs. Smallwood inviting us over for a pool party, and they're having a cookout, Ed. So here we go.
Oh, nice.
I'm in.
I'm in. let's put the pork chops on the grill and let's have some lunch.
Heck yeah, barbecued chicken, hamburgers, and hot dogs. I'm in.
Oh yeah. Damn, don't be talking that crap now.
Man. Yeah, Ed will be eating again.
Yeah,
that's all you
again.
That's all you do is eat, Ed.
Oh, definitely. Guess I'm just one of those big eaters, Want to be honest with you, Rudy, once you give up the smoking, and I guess I got to keep my hands moving, just like when you did smoke. I don't smoke anymore. Yeah. So I guess that's my habit now.
Well, as long as you're eating healthy foods, I mean, God, you don't want to be like me and put on 50 pounds. Man, I didn't need that. I weighed like 165, 175, for like 20 years, and then all of a sudden, man, I put on 50 pounds after I got hurt, and I just haven't been able to lose it again. I've been trying to work out, and it's just not taking the weight off. Oh, look at this, Nathan Miller up to 9th. Man, where did he come from?
Well, he's cruising around the track, Rudy.
He started on pit road, Ed.
Sure did.
Man, look at this. Well, looks like the next one to go a lap down, he's really not too far ahead of the leaders, Kyle Streichars. The leader actually coming up on him. Kyle staying way to the inside to let the leaders go by. Him and David Howard Jr. cruising by Kyle. Looking back on David Howard, boy, he has just been staying right with Sean the whole race. And you know what was really cool, Ed, was they both had identical qualifying times, and David Howard Jr. started on the pole.
Isn't that something?
Did you see that? The exact same qualifying time.
Close, yep.
So I'm not really sure, but I think iRacing, don't they take it by their iRating or something right then, or I don't know.
I think so. I'm not sure how that works.
Oh, here they go, side by side down the front stretch. David Howard on the outside of Sean. Not going to be able to work that, I don't think, but he could do the crossover on him. Oh yeah, I forgot about that, Ed.
I'll
Okay.
just help you out a little bit.
Yep, and I'll poke you a number.
Okay. Okay, brother.
I got to mark them down so I don't forget them.
Definitely.
There we go. Good numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Rush going a lap down now, so he's right behind second place David Howard Jr. And next one to go a lap down would be Kevin O'Brien, but he is quite a ways ahead of them leaders. Probably a good 10 seconds ahead of them. Tyler Stanley moves into third, as he got by James Lehman and Thomas Keene. Lehman gets by Keene. So I would say Keene must have slipped up or something there.
You're really sure, Rudy? I was just down there having my better half a number for us for tonight, and I must have lost track because I tried to keep up with that. It looks like he's got a little damage on that right side of his car, so he might have slipped up into the wall a little bit, Rudy.
Yeah. Oh, what a suck up. Your better half. Oh, what a suck up. Is your wife listening to this?
She always does.
Or your better half, I should say. Boy, you sucked right up on that one after what you said earlier. You must have got ripped a new one. Timothy Lewis in 6th, Nathan Miller in 7th. Man, he has just come on like gangbusters here. He's a half a lap down, but running in 7th, and I'm sure probably what he's really hoping for right now would be a caution to get caught back up there.
Boy, Thomas Keene blew right by Lehman there. Boy, I don't know what's going on. Oh, Lehman's a little loose.
Yeah, he might have got a little loose in the turns or something, but and Timothy Lewis quite a ways back behind them guys, 22 seconds behind the leader, but he's about 7 seconds behind James Lehman now, so that's a long way, but he's got Nathan Miller coming up. Nathan's really on a roll here. And
We got two guys pitting. We got Thomas Keene pitting here. Tyler Stanley's pitting.
Yes, sir. Well, it is about that time. Looks like Sean Butler on pit road, too. So lots of guys coming down pit road. So they will have to do it on 2 pit stops, Ed.
Oh, definitely.
Yep. They're still waiting on Tyler Stanley, which he is away. Thomas Keene sitting there. Looks like he's getting damage fixed up. Timothy Lewis now rolling off pit road.
David Howard Jr., our leader's coming down pit road, Rudy.
Yes, sir. Right on him, buddy.
4.
Well, what
Oh,
time?
Lehman's coming back down the road.
What time is the chicken gonna be done there, Mr. Smallwood? Let me know so we can stop there and get some chicken. It's a barbecued chicken or the hamburgers or whatever you're cooking. Steaks? Oh, probably steaks, I'm sure.
Timothy Lewis on the way out, back out.
Well, that put Scott Brinson in the lead, but he technically hasn't led a lap yet, so we'll see if he stays out long enough to lead a lap, if he's got enough fuel to make it around here. Got a 5.8 second lead over Brian Wortman. And Scott stopped down. He wanted me to make sure he had a new car painted up in tribute of his dad, Beatles. Got a Beatles paint scheme on there, and it says "Rest in Peace, Dad" on the back. Paul Brinson. We must have been young, because Scott's what, mid-30s or late 30s or something. I think he said he was like 38, so his dad must have been pretty young. Wow. Yes,
His dad was like in his 50s, wasn't he, Rudy?
Yes, must have been. Well, Scott does lead a lap, so he'll capture that bonus point for leading a lap. I'm sure Wortman probably staying out hoping that Brinson does come down pit road, and he'll get to lead a lap. Brian Phillips now in third, Sean Butler in fourth, and he's coming up on Brian. Brian gonna let him go.
Yeah, you know, he's got fresh tires, and he just might as well let him roll.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Brian backs out of it there and lets Sean go. David Howard Jr. a couple of seconds back. He had a 15.1 second pit stop. Sean Butler had a 13.7 second pit stop. Wow.
Well, why not be honest with you, Rudy? That's how you get on the pit road and how close to the wall. If you want a faster pit stop, get closer to that wall so that the guy that carries your fuel is not climbing over that wall to put fuel in that car. That makes a whole lot of difference. Oh, David Howard Jr. gets a little loose there, saves it, and moves on.
Kevin O'Brien in sixth. I think these guys are. God, you wouldn't think they're going to try to push it to make it a one pit stop, do you?
Well, some of these drivers can do it, Rudy. I mean, we always talk that throttle control. If you can use that throttle, you got the control of this race.
Tyler Stanley seventh. Timothy Lewis eighth. Oh, Timothy really loose. Wow. Go ahead, Ed.
We looked at last week a fuel situation with Sean Butler. Man, he went all the way. Everybody pitted but Sean Butler. He made it to sun fuel.
Yeah, and he had 1/10 of a gallon when he crossed the finish line. He said he ran out of gas on the backstretch on the cool down lap. Wow, that's pushing it. I know, and he clutched it for the longest, quite a few laps at the end, just clutching it. James Lehman in 10th.
Brian Phillips pitting this lap, and Brian Wortman is pitting this lap too.
Very good. I think Scott Brinson is on pit road right now.
Sure is, Rudy.
And Brian Wortman stays out.
He's staying out and going to lead that lap.
Yes, sir, he did. And then Butler passes him up there just after they crossed the line. Butler passed him up, but Brian got the credit for leading the lap.
He sure did.
So Butler back out front. Let's see, David Howard. Okay, so Brinson on pit road. This is his first pit stop of the day. It looks like he wants to get a little damage fixed up. I think that's what a lot of guys are doing, because the speeds are so important here.
Oh, they sure are. But you don't want to hang out there too long, man, because you know you might not get a caution.
Yep. Wortman in second. He's coming down pit road now, so that's going to put David Howard Jr. in second. But David's going to be 5 seconds behind Sean Butler. Wow. They were really...
You know what? That makes a whole lot of difference on pit road, how fast you get off road.
Yeah. Tyler Stanley now, he will pass up Brian Wortman and go into third. I see Thomas Keene there. Thomas back in 13th, a lap down. I know he got a lap down. I think he sat on pit road and got his damage fixed up as well. William Kirk, 12th. Kevin O'Brien, 11th. Brian Phillips, first one, a lap down in 10th.
Brian Wortman off, Rudy. 4 tires and full Sunoco fuel. He's off.
Very good. Kyle Strychar's coming down pit road, and James Lehman, I believe that was. Yes. Both of them coming down pit road. And James has already been on pit road once. Must have, I don't know, he must have decided to come down again here. Kyle Strychar's coming down his stall. And I don't see any tires going on that car.
Oh, good.
No tires, just fuel, and he's away. Okay.
And there's a big switch up. Nathan Miller riding in fourth spot. Where did he go from?
I know, that's what I said. And he started on pit road.
He's going to pass up our Rushmobile there.
Yeah. Wow, Rush not giving him a whole lot of room, I can tell you that. Whoa. Rush is back in 12th place right now. A couple laps down. Well, actually a lap down. A lot of cars a lap down. I hear Robert O'Neill last one on the lead lap, but he is just ahead of the leader.
He sure is. And Sean Butler's coming hard.
Yep. It's like Robert O'Neill and Brian Wertman in line here to go a lap down. I don't think Butler's going to cut him any slack either and say, I'll let you guys stay on the lead lap, because he knows David Howard Jr. is only 5.4 seconds back. And if he starts lifting off that gas now, you know, David Howard's just going to reel him up.
Yeah, you got that right, Rudy. You got the throttle control. You go for it.
He passes up Brian Phillips right there. Brian running back in 8th place. First car lap down.
Robert O'Neill's going to let him go by. Robert O'Neill's put up on that high side.
Yes, sir. All right, this is going to put him at the halfway mark right here, Ed. So we're already halfway. Not bad.
Good job, guys.
Hello, gentlemen.
40 minutes.
Hello,
hey,
Tommy.
Thomas. What's up?
You might as well hang out here, Tommy. Go
Yeah.
on.
6A, it's kind of boring up there.
Heck yeah.
Everybody's abiding by the rules as far as the road entry, exit, and everything like that. There's no cautions, knock on wood. Kind of boring.
I don't know why you guys don't hang out down here with me anyhow, you know, unless there's an admin thing that you guys need to discuss. Jump out of the booth to go to the admin room and then come back. Heck, works for me.
I can do that.
Heck, it's our race. We can do what we want, right?
It's true. You just can't drop the F-bomb.
That's right. No F-bombs.
Can't say dumb and the C word.
Nope. Nope. None of that either.
So Sean Butler does get by Brian Werman. He gives him all kinds of room, and he's moving on.
Well, now the next one will be Timothy Lewis, but Timothy's about 20 seconds ahead of Sean Butler and still on the lead lap. Man, I can't believe he started 21st today, and look at this, running in 5th. Man, that's awesome.
That's your consistency. That's all
Yes,
he
sir.
does. He stays clean, keeps his nose clean. He reminds me of a Steven Pearson.
Yep. And
Goes in the back, keeps it clean. When it's time to roll, it's time to roll.
And here's another big surprise: is Nathan Miller. He started 10th, but he actually started on pit road.
Yep, didn't turn a single lap during practice. Didn't
Yeah.
turn a single lap during qualifying.
I mean, look at this. Man. He is in 4th place. Tyler Stanley running real well. No surprise there. He is just an awesome driver.
Yeah,
He
he's
sure
good in
is,
just
Rudy.
about anything he crawls in.
Yep. And David Howard, 4.6 seconds behind Sean Butler, so he's closed that gap up a little over half a second. About 0.8 of a second.
Looks like he's working that throttle.
Yes, sir. We were talking, Tommy, about the qualifying times. Did you see him and Sean Butler had the same exact qualifying time?
Yep, that was one thing I heard Sean Butler say earlier. He said, man, there went that bonus point.
Yeah, because David started ahead of him. It must have been down into the, like, I don't know, hundreds of thousands or something to where it was different. Or I don't know, did they take it according to your I rating when it gets like that, or how do they do that?
Well, I thought that's how they did it, but I mean, I'm not sure as far as the I ratings between the two of them, but I thought Sean's was pretty high.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I did too.
I thought so too.
I mean, you look at the times with 51.172 and 51.172, and it gives it to David Howard Jr. So I don't know how that worked.
Yeah. I was thinking it went with I rating, but David Howard must have a pretty good I rating. I know Sean's in the 5,000s or something, 4 or 5,000s. But I don't know what
something like that.
I don't know what David's is. I think I remember looking that up before. Boy, Nathan Miller, man, on a roll here. Timothy Lewis, 5th. Brian Wortman, 6th. First car lap down. Robert O'Neill, he got by Robert O'Neill, as a matter of fact. Robert in 7th. Brian Phillips in 8th place. The only guy still eligible for the wheel.
Right. That's my consistency. That's going to get me from having to pay Brinson.
And he's in 2nd place. He's 2nd place in the points, too. So, I mean, that says a lot for Brian Phillips. Kevin O'Brien, 9th. Thomas Keene, 10th. William Kirk back out in 11th. Rush in 12th. Scott Brinson, 13th. Daniel Smallwood on pit road again. Kyle Streicher's off of the pace, and James Lehman on pit road. So I don't know why them guys are on pit road just sitting. But
yeah, Lehman got loose coming out of turn 1 earlier and slammed the inside wall with the left front. So he's probably in there trying to get a bunch of that damage fixed. Yep, Butler's I rating's a 41.39, and David Howard Jr.'s is a 31.85.
I don't know how it did it then. Must have did it like in the tens of thousands of seconds or something. I don't know. That's kind of weird. But I'm sure David's not going to complain. He got that extra bonus point for taking the pole.
No, I wouldn't complain either.
No way. Hey, a point's a point, you know.
Definitely here.
And he's closing up on Butler. He's clicking a 10th off here and there.
I don't know if he's getting some of that draft. He coming up some of these cars. Yep. Really pushes the car a little faster, so maybe that's where he's getting it from.
Oh yeah, he's caught a little bit off of Robert O'Neill. Now he's getting a little bit off of Brian Wortman here. So
yep.
And where Sean's out there by himself, nobody to draft with, and that's probably, you're right, Ed, that's probably where he's picking it up. Drafting is very important. I haven't checked out to see what the difference in the drafting model. They tightened up the drafting model, or changed the drafting model on all the vehicles, so I don't know if it's better, worse, what.
He couldn't have got any worse.
We'll find that out until we hit a big speedway.
Yeah, you're right, it couldn't have got any worse. And look at that, there's another 4/10 David Howard Jr. Picked off on Sean. 4/10.
That little drafting will help.
Man, 4/10 in one lap he picked up. So I don't know if Sean backed out a little bit, maybe saving them tires, because he is the master at saving tires.
Well, either that, and you know just well as I do how Sean does. I think he pitted on, let's see, let me double check just to make sure I'm not going crazy.
I think it was around lap 30 something.
And he pitted on lap 30, and I know there was a couple of the guys. I know Scott Brinson went all the way to lap 35.
Yeah.
If Sean could have made it that far, he could be up there saving fuel. I mean, at this big of a track, it's not too hard with the lead that he's got to save laps of fuel in a complete fuel run, and could make this on one more stop. But right now, Sean's going to have to stop again, just like, well, everybody else will, unless Brinson can start backing it up and save a little bit of fuel. Then he might be able to get closer. I mean, I don't know how much fuel he had left when he pitted, but there's always that thought there.
Oh, yeah.
I had to bring it down to anybody, though. Probably Mr. Fuel Economy being out front right there, he can kind of set his own pace what he wants to do.
That's right. Tyler Stanley third, Nathan Miller fourth. Timothy Lewis fifth. And Brian Workman first won a lap down in sixth place. I don't see any battles on the track right now for position. I mean,
I don't see none of that either, Rudy.
Yeah,
That's just like they're all fanned out and they're just in their own race.
Yep. Got to be boring for them guys. Oh, Keen into the wall there on the short shoot. William Kirk in 11th. Yeah, I don't see any battles right now for position out there. The only ones that would be Scott Brinson and Rush, but Scott got by Rush, and it looks like he's pulling away. Daniel Smallwood, James Lehman still on pit road. I think Daniel went for that cookout. His mom and dad were having that cookout in the pool party. Heck yeah, screw this racing. I'm in. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
definitely. That's where I'd be too, right?
Yeah, I'd pull it in pit road too.
Hit the wall pretty hard on lap 38 coming out of 4 and then hit the inside wall as well. So, well, yep.
Well,
Got on the brakes to get down to pit road speed and hit the inside wall, so he's probably in there getting damage fixed too. But yeah, I'd be at a cookout and pool party.
heck yeah. Just a note though, Kyle Streichard left the race, so he's not eligible for the money.
Nope.
Yeah, it looks like his internet connection dropped out on him is what it's showing over here.
Okay.
Secret numbers did we pick tonight?
We can't say them on the air. Poke them to him, Ed.
Don't say I can poke them to you.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Well, I'll tell you what, this has been an absolute boring race, but it's been a good one. They've got stretched out, and boy, David Howard Jr. continuing to pick a tenth off here and there on Butler. Now they've kind of evened out. I think Butler's kind of, he said, you know, it's time for me to put the hammer down because David Howard is reeling me in.
Ooh, Rush a little loose right there in turn 4.
Yes, he was.
Oh, he sure was, boy. I thought he was going to hit the wall.
Am I not live? Yeah, I'm live. You guys seen him hit the wall before me. How's that?
He didn't hit the wall. He got
Almost
close.
did it, yeah. You guys seen it way before me. Hell, probably 2 or 3 seconds before I seen it. Huh. Okay. Well, I guess it.
Yeah, Rudy, your ping in the room is awful high compared to what it normally is. Been up the 116 to 125 range.
Well, don't forget I'm broadcasting.
I've never seen it that high before though.
I don't know.
Guess I don't pay attention that much.
I don't know. Well, yeah, you might not pay attention to it because, you know, everybody's in TeamSpeak. That's on my network. You know, the more people you got TeamSpeak, the more bandwidth they use. And broadcasting. And I was having trouble earlier with, I dropped a few frames earlier, but now it seems to have smoothed out really good.
David Howard Jr. had a close call right there. He came up on Rush going into turn 4, and instead of either trying to go lower or right behind him until he got through the corner, he went to the high side and made just the slightest contact with the outside wall coming out of 4, and he lost about a half a second.
Now Brian Workman going by Rush. Brian running in 5th place, 1 lap down. Good run for Brian today, man. And Brian Phillips, 7th place, trying to hang on to that 2nd place in points. Now, I know Sean was talking earlier And here a couple weeks ago and last week and the other day and everything, telling about he's going to be gone for a week here coming up. I think in the next couple weeks or somewhere, the end of
I
this
think
month.
he said it was for Iowa. Iowa's our next race, if I remember right.
Oh, he said he was going to be missing, so that'll let these guys close up on Sean a little bit. But like he said, it'll make it more interesting coming down to the end.
See, Timothy Lewis pitted. He's exited now. Timothy Lewis, yep.
Yep, I'm on him.
That's a little early for him. His last stop was on, he entered the pits on lap 29. This just now being 52. He's about 7 laps earlier than he pitted last time.
Maybe he just didn't like them tires. The tires are awful. Ooh, I don't know. Brian Workman goes
Either
in.
that or he might be trying to short pit.
Brian Workman goes into 4th. Tyler Stanley, last one on the lead lap, in 3rd. 22 seconds behind the leader, though. And David Howard Jr. is starting to lose some ground to Sean Butler now. He's back to 5 seconds behind him.
Leader's coming to pit road this time.
David douches his ears up trying to catch him, Rudy.
Butler coming to pit road? Yep.
Yep, and David Howard Jr. is as well.
All right. Let's see if he has a better pit stop this time, David Howard. Last time it was 15.
A little closer to that wall is all you can do.
Robert O'Neill coming down pit road with the leaders.
Oh, Sean Butler's in at the same time, Rudy.
Oh, David had to back
David
up.
Howard back up.
Butler out. That's going to put David back away. But Tyler Stanley out now is going to be our leader. Let's see where he's at. He may stay out long enough to lead a lap. Might stay out there for a while longer. I don't know. He's really lifting off the throttle in them turns. I don't know if you guys are watching Tyler. Man, is he lifting off the lot in them turns. And he will get credited for leading that lap. Very good. And he's about 20 seconds ahead of Sean right now.
Oh, looks like Lehman just lost a motor.
Oh, no.
All that damage
sure
on the front, I'm pretty sure it affected the air duct system on that thing.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Well, Daniel back out on the track in 14th place, 12 laps down. Looks like the only one that's not out there is Kyle Streichard. Only one we lost.
Cleaver.
Or Kerry Cleaver, yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot about Kerry. Doggone it.
Kerry's gone. L's gone. Beeman will be gone.
Brian Phillips, last one on the lead lap now, 5th place. I was trying to find
Rush
Nathan.
comes off pit road.
Nathan Miller. Yeah, there's Rush. Nathan Miller now in 6th place. Not sure what my blimp cam looks like here. I haven't even tried the blimp cam out yet. The blimp cam. Boy, and Sean Butler is closing up on Tyler big time. He's cut about 4 seconds off of that lead real quick with them new tires.
But they have to realize Tyler Stanley can now go to the end and won't have to pit again.
Oh, he's pitting this time, guys.
Yep, there he is.
Is in that window. See, what was his last run that he made lap-wise? He pitted on lap 30 the last time and made it all the way to 60 this time, so he's done.
This will be his final pit stop right here.
Should be. I think Butler's going to have to pit again. Pitted 5 laps earlier than Tyler just did. I think he's going to have to pit again. This could work out for Tyler.
Well, you know, you can say what you want about Tyler. He's a methodical driver. And that's what a race like this here has to be a methodical track, because you got to think about your fuel mileage, how many miles you're getting per tank. Think if you want to pit early, if you want to stay out as long as you can, whether you want to save fuel. It's a methodical track. You know, fuel mileage could come into play just like it always does at Michigan.
Definitely a
Yes,
safety,
sir,
right,
exactly.
Rudy?
We chose about that right amount of laps, so these guys have to pit a couple of times at least. So I don't know, maybe 85 laps might have been a little bit better. I think it would really put the binders on them. You know, it might even have had to stop 3 times.
Now they could have made it on 2, because if they're getting 30 laps, you'd have pitted 30, 60, and then 90. So I mean,
95. 95.
Yeah, there you go.
That would have really made the cheese binding. But then we would have been right back up with the 110 again. Pretty close to
So we
it.
say shoulda, woulda, shoulda, woulda.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yep. Well, Butler ahead of David Howard Jr. now by 10.9 seconds, so we'll keep an eye on him, see if he is going to have to pit. I'm sure if he pits, so it's going to be a fuel stop only. Boy, that put a lot of guys back on the lead lap. Keene now the last one on the lead lap in 8th place. Scott
Brian
Brinson
Wortman coming down pit road, guys.
Brian Wortman on pit road.
can't call him the purple nurple anymore. We have to call him the orange tangerine or something.
Yeah. And he's driving a Ford. What the? Smallwood back on pit road. Now he's away. That'll be his final pit stop. 20 laps to go here, folks. David Howard now 11.2 seconds behind Sean. And Tyler Stanley, wow, he's 33 seconds back. But he's made his, I believe, his final pit stop. Yeah, it was his final pit stop. Nathan Miller in 4th. Brian Phillips 5th. Timothy Lewis 6th. Thomas Keene 7th, the last one on the lead lap. Brian Wortman now first one a lap down, is just now coming off pit road. In 8th, Scott Brinson 9th. Robert O'Neill is your top 10. William Kirk 11th. Kevin O'Brien, we ain't talked too much about Kevin today. Here he is running in 12th place. Rush in 13th. Daniel Smallwood 14th. James Lehman 15th on pit road. Kyle Streichard's out of the race 16th. And Kerry Cleaver out of the race 17th. Sean trying to use the draft here off of Keene. Any way he can do it to stay ahead of David Howard Jr. Alright, looks like leader puts Thomas Keene a lap down. Sean Butler gets by him. Now Sean will be hunting down Timothy Lewis. He's about maybe a third of a straightaway behind him.
Oh, we have a caution on the track. First caution.
Oh, Daniel Smallwood going around. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see what happened to Daniel here. Oh, he dove it into turn 1, and he was wiggly going in there, and I don't know, he might just, yeah, he just never could get a hold of it again after that.
Oh, so much for fuel mileage.
Yep, I threw it all out the window. So now, I guess the big thing is everybody going to pit?
I believe so. I believe we're going to see everybody on pit road. The only ones that wouldn't pit, I figure Brian Wortman might stay out because, you know, he just pitted 2 laps ago, and he can make it on fuel, so that'll get him back on the lead lap.
Well, this is going to change up everything because this is going to put 6 of them on the lead lap. Thomas Keene will be the wave by, so that'll put 7 of them back on the lead lap, 7 of them for contention in this race here. Somebody could snag the win away from Sean Butler. He's led the most laps with 52. Nobody can top that.
Thomas Keene will get the lucky dog. Brian Wortman will take the wave. I figure Brinson will have to pit because he hadn't pitted since lap 30. Robert O'Neill was last on pit road on 55. He'll have to pit. He can't make it from here. Kirk will definitely have to. He pitted on 47.
We're about to see if Butler's going to bring them all down pit road. Looks like he's heading that direction. Here he comes.
John Butler and David Howard Jr. rolling down pit road.
Yep.
Watch these cats. Who gets off first? Tyler Stanley's going down there with them. Nathan Miller.
Right as that caution came out, Tyler Stanley got real loose coming out of 3.
Timothy Lewis is coming down.
I think they're all going to welcome new tires. They're going to be like, yeah, breathing a sigh of relief here to finish this thing up.
Hey, so not on the lead lap. We'll stay on the track the next time round, guys.
Butler just barely
Sean
beat
Butler
him.
beats him.
Barely. And actually, David Howard Jr. had a 2/10 quicker pit stop than Butler did, but it wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. He needed about 6 or 7 tenths of a second, and he would have beat Butler off of pit road. So, boy, this is going to put a lot of them back on the lead lap here. Thomas Keene, Brian Wortman, Scott Brinson, Robert O'Neill, William Kirk, Kevin O'Brien. All of them are going to be
those
back.
3 will have to pit.
Well, they should be able to go around.
Haven't been on.
They should be able to go around and get their pit stops done. Well,
Yeah, I mean, they'll have to pit right here, but they'll go back a lap down. Brinson's got to stop. He hadn't been on pit road in 35 laps. I'm surprised he's not pushing it right now to get around. Robert O'Neill's on pit road about 15 laps ago. Oh, wow, Brinson's not going to pit. Hey. Maybe he's going to do this.
He knows something we don't.
Maybe he's going to pray for a caution.
Wow. Like I said, they can go around. I don't know if they could go around. No, I'm thinking. See, they barely got enough time to go around and catch up to the back of the field, let alone stop on pit road. But well, we'll see how it works out for them. Rush will be the only one lap down. Daniel Smallwood's still on pit road. James Lehman on pit road.
I just got the notification that they are 2 to green, so Brinson's not going to be able to pit without incurring a penalty.
Well, what would be the penalty? Start at the end of the field?
I'm not sure.
Rudy, I think he's going to get a black flag, I think.
Like I say, I think that's a black flag that's got to be served under green.
Sure
They're in
does.
a closed pit.
Okay.
Yep, I got one before, so I know.
Okay.
The pit this lap. before he hit the over that cross finish line.
Yeah, he might have just cooked his goose right there. Ryan Wortman's going to come out of this pretty good. Him and Robert O'Neill, I think. They're going to come out of
I
this
think
pretty
so,
good.
Rudy. They'll get a wave around, I think.
They're going to get the wave. I just talked to Brinson. He's got 3 gallons of fuel left.
Oh.
So he is banking on right now this wadding everybody back up for the restart to get a caution, a quick caution.
Oh,
Because if not, he's going to make it about
a lap.
5 laps maybe.
Yeah. Well, lots of cars got waved around, and that's going to put 12 of them back on, 12 of them on the lead lap. Thomas Keene, Brian Phillips on pit road.
Got Sean Butler taking the inside. David Howard Jr. starting second. Tyler Stanley third. Nathan Miller fourth. And you're always there at the end. Timothy Lewis restarting fifth.
Yes, sir. Brian Phillips coming off pit road. He'll be sixth. Thomas Keene seventh.
I guess I would have to call Brian Phillips Mr. Consistency if I had to anybody.
Yep. Definitely. He's second in the points. The only one eligible for the wheel. And he's been finishing in the top 10 for quite a while now.
Exactly.
Hasn't got a win yet this season, but like you said, Mr. Consistent. And he's only 30-some points behind Butler. They're 40-something, 42 maybe or something like that. I think it's a low 40s.
This is race 16. Out of 16 races, he's got 13 top 10 finishes.
That's pretty good.
Made every single race.
Yep.
39 points behind Sean Butler, who's leading it.
All right, here we go. Pace cars in.
Oh, yeah, we spread out, man. Look at this traffic.
Yeah, the
Everybody
guys
in the line.
Guys in the back coming with a full head of
Throw
steam.
a yellow out there, Tommy.
No.
No, sir. We
Why?
don't do that.
Why?
They ain't
These
even
guys-
watered up, man. They're all back.
These guys' job to get around and get lined up. If they want to
Yeah.
lag around, then
They know what they had to
we
do.
don't clear none.
Don't be throwing
Wow.
that. Tyler Stanley gets by David Howard now to go into second. And if there's a guy that can give Sean Butler some trouble right there between him and David Howard Jr., boy, and David Howard looking to the inside of Tyler Stanley. Look at
Looks
this.
like David got a real good run coming off of turn 2.
Yes, he did. He gets some great runs off of the turns. Gets back around Tyler. And look at there. Timothy Lewis in fourth, hanging on. Brian Wortman fifth. Robert O'Neill sixth. Nathan Miller seventh. Nathan really got schnookered on that restart, but he'll get better, I think, as the tires get warmed up.
Yeah, he had a real big close call going into turn 2 there. Got real loose and almost hit the wall.
Rush out there, 12th place. He only won a lap down right now. Scott Brinson on pit road. Wow. Okay. And look at this. David Howard Jr. on Sean Butler's tail. Coming to the line, going to be 10 to go. Taking a peek. He's taking a peek for the lead here.
Oh, he has to get off the gas a little bit. Don't want to slide. No, he's gonna take the lead right here,
Man,
guys. Let's
look at that.
see where Tyler Stanley goes with David Howard Jr. They're gonna push him up on the front side here. Here we go.
Man, what a run he got off.
Gets a little drafting from him. Keeps David out front.
Yep, and Sean's going to have to fall in behind him.
Sure is. Ducks behind for that second spot. Or on Tyler Stanley.
Man, I'm telling you. That was one heck of a maneuver there by Howard, man. That was some great racing right there. I'll bet you Sean
sure
was
was.
going, what the heck was that?
What's going on?
Yeah. Man, I had my foot to the floor and he just drove right by me.
David Howard Jr. said, "It's me coming through. Got a race to win."
Yep. See ya. Gotta go.
David Howard Jr. pulls up on the low side, get away from the draft. And
Yeah.
Sean Butler's trying to close that gap up on the back of his door.
Pulled him 3/10 that lap.
Yes.
Is what he got that.
That was pretty awesome. Oh, David taps the wall right there, but I think he was just kind of using it to straighten the car out. That's a good thing to do. That's a trick I'm sure you probably used a few
Oh,
times.
yellow flag.
Oh, we have a caution.
And this is just, oh
And-
man. Oh. Brian Wertman into the wall. Just getting loose coming off of the turn. I think that was off of turn 2, wasn't it?
Turn 1.
Oh,
Turn
yeah,
one.
it was. Yep. And
Oh,
He
hit
did
the
the
inside
exact-
wall, boy. That's a hard
He did
lick.
the exact same thing that James Lehman did, except Lehman hit it more with that front or left front corner.
Yep. Dang, that was a heck of a hit. Oh, and he hit it again. What the heck? He just hit it again under caution. Wow. Okay, back up front, David Howard Jr. Not what David wanted to see. And, you know, we really haven't had a chance to talk to anybody, but you know, one I haven't talked to in a long time, and I'm going to drag him down here. I want to talk to Sean Butler. Sean Butler, you got a copy?
I got you, Rudy.
Holy smokes, brother. It was like looking at David Howard Jr. He just smoked by you. What the heck happened there?
It's time to go, man. He had a couple bad pit stops, got him real far behind, and man, he's fast. We were running some practice laps together, and he's got this place down pretty good.
Yes, he does. We were talking earlier about the qualifying times. You guys had exact same qualifying times, but he took the pole away from you. How does that work? Because we're all like in the dark on that one.
As soon as you find out, you let me know.
Okay.
I was kind of shocked too. I was like, okay.
Because I think Tommy looked up your I rating, so it doesn't go by I rating. I better let you go because you're going to be pitting.
All right, Rudy. This should be a fun race to the end here.
All right, well, good luck.
Thanks. Take it easy.
Now, who's gonna be the dog to try 2 tires?
I don't know, man.
It's me. I'm turning the fuel off. I'm putting tires on it, and we're going for it because you're gonna restart, and it's probably gonna be David Howard Jr. slid through his box again.
Dang, he's getting bad at that. That's costing him a lot by doing that.
Like him and Sean Butler are both gonna take 4 tires. Butler's rolling, Howard's rolling, Stanley. I think Butler beat him off.
Yes, he did. But
I watched Rush, man. I don't know what's going on Rush, but he hits the outside wall and then hits the inside wall and blows the motor.
He, I believe he got loose going in at turn 3 because I actually thought that was the what caused
Caution,
that
yeah.
caution.
well, Thomas
Oh,
Keene.
he got hung on the wall.
Yeah, he got hung up on the wall, and that's what shot him across inside the wall.
Thomas Keene stays out though and takes over the lead, so he gets credited for leading that lap. But let's see if he comes down pit road. He knows all these guys behind him are going to have fresh tires. Scott Brinson hoping that Keene pits so he can get his lap back because he did
Keene,
stop.
Keene pitted on lap
Brinson stopped?
66.
Yeah, Scott stopped under green and took fuel,
Oh, yeah, 10
Yep.
for it.
and that's
Keene
how he got
stopped
his
on lap
down.
66, and with basically 3 laps of running, if it's me, I would have stopped and got tires since everybody else did. But where he was running before that caution came out, I think he was back in the 8th to 10th spot. I don't think he'll drop that far on this restart, but I don't think he's going to have enough to win it. unless we get a quick caution as soon as the green flies.
Uh-huh.
Definitely so, Tommy. I'm just looking at Thomas Keene. We're going to have, what, four or five laps to go to end this thing.
Oh.
4.
Well, yeah, it might be 4.
4 laps to go. Yeah, we're going to have 4 laps on the green here.
Well, let's see if Keene can hold off these guys. I doubt he's going to hold off David Howard Jr. and Sean Butler. I really doubt it. And Tyler Stanley.
Yeah.
I doubt it. With a, you know,
You're going to have to be on that wheel heavy.
They've got absolutely fresh tires, and he's got how many laps on them tires? Thomas Keene does.
3.
3 laps. Yeah.
3 green laps.
Yeah. Yeah, that might not be too much. He just got them warmed up, and now they're cold again.
Right. Now, you got to remember one thing from the last restart. Sean Butler started, or David Howard Jr. started second. Sean Butler started first. Tyler Stanley started third. When they came out of turn 2, where did David Howard Jr. end up? Third in line. Starting second on the outside. This might work for David if Thomas Keene can keep enough traction to get through 1 and 2. And the same thing happened to Butler on this restart that happened to David. Butler would drop back. David Howard Jr. would be in front of him. He's going to pass Thomas Keene low on the backstretch. And, I mean, that might be enough to make it work.
Then you got Stanley, right? Might be hanging up on that low side with David Howard Jr. See how it fans out, because that low side is going to be the fastest way around this joint. See what happens.
Keene's got a
Let's
little
keep
bit
it green. 4 laps, gentlemen. It'd be awesome. See you clean it up on the checkered flag, man. And I love to see it. See who's going to win this thing.
Keene's got a little bit of damage on that right front corner too, so I don't know how much.
Might slow him up a little bit.
Probably not on the start.
He tried knocking the wall down between 3 and 4 earlier, if I remember right.
Look at Nathan Miller up there, up in the gather here on this restart, guys. Look for him. He's dying for a win.
So that's going to be Nathan Miller and Tyler Stanley are going to be Sean Butler's saving grace on this restart.
Well, we got you know, the number 4, Timothy Lewis can back up David Howard Jr. if he needs a.
Yeah, those two are teammates.
I just worry about the damage on the right front of Keene's car. That might slow him down enough, and I don't know. These last 4 laps are going to be exciting.
Tighten them up, Tommy. Tighten them up.
Well, get them going, Ed, because you're good at it.
You better believe it, brother.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Well, we got quite a few people in chat watching. Good deal.
Okay, gentlemen, we're about to go green here, waiting for the car to dive in the pit road. We'll get this thing going one more time. Let's say, gentlemen, we're about to ready to go green. We don't need no brakes. We just need all throttle.
That's how people don't make it through accidents.
That's right.
Okay, the pace car definitely dives in the pit road, waiting on the green flag to wave. Green flag's waving, gentlemen. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go back racing.
Ed Waltrip.
That's kind of scary.
Thomas Keene is holding Butler off, Rudy, on that inside. Let's see if he
Sure
can get a
is.
job done.
Butler
Oh,
gets
he's losing it. Oh,
Butler gets a good
sliding,
run.
going forward. Tyler Stanley going to give him up down that backstretch.
David Howard Jr. now takes
David
it to
Howard
the
Jr.
inside.
said, give me the room. I need that old inside line. He's going to fall through. Look at Nathan
Nathan
Miller.
Miller.
He gets loose up in the wall.
Oh,
spins it
caution
around.
out. That's going to be it.
That's going to be the end of the race, gentlemen. Keene brought the caution out there. Sean Butler will win this race.
Yeah, Nathan Miller got into the side of Keene there. But yeah, that's going to be it right there. It'll be Butler, Stanley, and David Howard. Well, I know they got a ways to go here, but we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and drag down Sean here. Sean, I'm not going to congratulate you yet until everybody makes it around, but because we've been burnt by that before.
Yeah.
So and now
Yeah, that was unfortunate set of circumstances there.
Get Tyler down here. Okay, and then third place, David Howard. We'll
Howard Jr.
We'll get okay, and then I wanted to drag. Let's see, Timothy Lewis. I'm going to drag him down here too because he's going to be one of our money winners, and also Rush, but he probably either left already or he's playing Farmville too.
He's up there. I can see his name.
I got him. All right, Rush, hang loose here a minute. Are you there, Rush?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, just hang loose a minute. We're going to wait till this gets done here. We've got some money winners that we wanted to congratulate. But I want to make sure that it is official here before, things happen. Because I've seen guys come around and wreck the whole front part of the field, and the guy that was in the lead did not win the race. So I don't think that'll happen here, but it was the guy's computer glitched out on him. He said, man, I didn't see anybody on the track. He said, I just hit the gas and went, and he said, and man, he crashed into the whole front part of the field and took it out. That was at Michigan. Well, Scott Brinson's going to get his way back in.
William, it's an honor to finish 5th and 6th with you. Love you, buddy.
William ain't in here.
Oh,
I moved you down to the channel with us because you're going to be one of the money winners.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I just wanted to get you guys before you all left to let you know who the money winners are. Ed picked number 5 and I picked number 13. So Timothy, you're running 5th. You'll be $10 richer, and Rush is running 13th. He's running 12th.
I got him on 13th.
Well, I'm showing him on 13th or 12th because Brian Wortman's 13th.
Yeah, I got Rush at 13th.
Well, you
I
better
got
wait
Brian
till
Wortman at 12th.
wait till they've crossed the finish line.
Okay, I'm doing that right now. I've been watching them going round and round and round.
Yeah, Rush just went by Brian Wortman for 12th place.
Still show Rush in 13th.
Well, wait till they cross the finish line. Well, my bad, Rush. Sorry. You should have just stayed on pit road. You'd have been $10 richer. Brian stayed in the race, so I'm going to drag him down here instead of Rush. Brian, hang out with us for a minute. You're going to be one of the money winners here. Last lap.
10-4.
It was Rush, but you stayed on pit road and Rush passed you up for 12th, and that puts you in 13th.
Yep, sure did, Rudy. Sorry about that.
That's all right. I know iRacing's not live. See, and I'm looking at my live standings right here. So
Got a live feed.
Well, I can be out there, but I got 18 minutes of required repairs.
yep, that's all right. As long as you stayed in the server, you didn't leave, you're still eligible for the money. So, but let's get a word in with Sean here. Sean, your race out there and just how tough David Howard was on you.
Yeah, just congratulations. I think would have been a different story if the 5 hadn't stayed out there. But my teammate there at Insanely Fast Motorsports, we were insanely fast tonight. We were gone from the field, and that first run but he was just staying right there with me, and then bad pit stops on him got him way behind me, and you saw just how fast he was once he got caught up there. And like I said, this probably would have been different. It would have been a different outcome probably if if it had played out a little differently without the 5 being up here, but that's just the way of the world up here.
Yeah, you. Well, he did beat you as far as pit times that last time, but he had to back up in his pit stall. We seen him do it a couple of times, so that really cost the track. And but you bring home the victory here tonight. That's the most important thing. Kind of clinches a little bit more points on you. Brian Phillips not too far behind you, but he finishes back in 8th place, so you'll gain a few more points on him. And I know you said you're going to be off for, what, a week or two?
I will be here next Tuesday night, and then the following Tuesday I will not be here because I'll be flying back from Idaho. I'm going back to Idaho for a wedding.
Oh, okay. Well, that's that'll be fun though. So.
Oh yeah, it'll close the point trap back up. That's why I'm driving it like crazy, trying to get some more wins, even though I don't really need it, but just trying to get them as much as I can to pad that point lead, since I know I'm going to be missing a week.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anybody you want to give a shout out to, Sean?
Just all my teammates out there at Stanley Fast Motors. David, Tim, and Will. Will had a little bit of a hiccup in the beginning, but he held on, recovered, came back in 6th place, so good job.
All right. Thanks a lot, Sean. And again, congrats on your victory here tonight. Great win.
Thanks, Rudy.
All right, Ed, you want to take Tyler there?
Hey, I can do that for you, Rudy. Hey, Tyler, how we doing tonight?
I'm surviving. How you doing?
Not too bad, Tyler. It looks like you qualified 13th, rolled up in the 2nd spot, fighting up on the high side with Sean Butler. Can you tell us a little bit about your racing tonight here?
Yeah, I didn't qualify tonight. I just figured I'd start in the back, not mess too much up there up front early, and worked my way up through the field. And by the time I got to a decent spot, Sean and David and them had checked out on us and wasn't much catching them, so I was just content running 3rd and got a couple pit stops and got lucky with a caution, caught us back up, and yeah, we saw what happened from there. Just think that had that last caution not come out, it would have been a really good race between Sean, myself, David, and Nathan, and even Tim. I think it would have been a great race, but can't always finish on the green, I guess.
No, we sure can. It's just a tough, it's a tough race. It's an awesome job. You rolled up about 65 or 64 laps here, caution free. That was excitement up here in the booth for all of us up here. It's just an awesome race watching you guys race it real hard at the end there. We were hoping to go green, but it looks like Thomas Keene got a little loose up on the high side there, and he come down from the low side, giving somebody room for the low side, David Howard Jr. It was just tough there. He got up in the wall. It was a good race all in all. I want a graduation on that 2nd spot. You want to give a shout out to anybody out there tonight?
Absolutely. I got to thank God. Without him, I wouldn't be here, man. And got to thank my sponsors, my youth group, 412 student. My father paints all my rides and paints a good number of the guys I race with. Does a great job on schemes. It's Stanley Graphics on Facebook.com. If you want a paint scheme done, check him out. Got to thank you guys. Y'all put on a great show, broadcast and all, and love to go back and watch them. Got to thank the admins, everything up here. Y'all do a great job, put on a great league, and got to give a shout out to my girlfriend. She's out there watching tonight, so hey, baby. And yeah, thank you guys.
Well, thank you, Tyler, for coming over to races here tonight at Indianapolis Motor Speedway tonight. Awesome race from all you guys out there tonight. Congratulations to Sean Butler for taking the win here. Okay, Rudy, it's back to you.
David, you got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4, I got you, Rudy.
Wow, man, what a finish, huh? You definitely had something for Sean there, but now if that would have went green, you kind of got a little snookered there by Tyler, but if it would have went green, you think you could have fought back and got ahead of these guys?
Oh, I don't know. Probably not. I mean, me and pretty similar on times all night. I don't know. I think my advantages were on restarts, trying to get him, trapped up on the high side or get a nose under him. Then, I don't know.
Well, that last restart was really awesome. It looked like you had a great run on the outside, and boy, it was just a good battle up there. And you wound up getting by Sean. When the caution come out, I drug Sean down here to talk to him and told him, man, where did David get all that horsepower? I said, man, he just blew by you like you were standing still, you know. Great race. You guys really put on a good show for us up here in the booth. So congrats on your third place, David. And we gave some shout outs to your buddy Andy there. We're wishing him well and hopefully a speedy recovery if they ever get figured out, you know, and get him fixed up. So, but anybody else you want to shout out?
Yeah, I got a lot of them as usual. First off, my mom, you know, her mother is not doing so well, so, you know, I love my mama. My heart's hurting for her. My buddy Andy, his whole family. You know, I want to say thank you to my teammates, Sean, Timothy, William, all the guys from Insanely Fast Motorsports. Awesome team. We got some new friends that got to watch with my wife tonight, so thank you to Zach and Jessica for watching me and supporting what we do here. And last but not least, you guys that put this on, man, you, Tommy, and Ed, and anybody else that helps you guys with everything, man. You guys do a lot of work for us to go out here and do this, so thanks a lot.
Okay, David, thank you, and congrats again on your third place finish tonight. Good job.
Congratulations, David Howard Jr. Awesome job, like always on the track, man. Congratulations. We just loved it up here watching you guys like week after week anyway. So, like I said, man, congratulations again.
Yeah, 10-4, thank you, Ed. It's you know, I'm just frustrated. You know, I want to win every time. Second's not good for me. So, thanks, you guys.
See, that is the first loser, David.
Exactly. You know, and Lord, I don't know if I could go a whole season without winning, guys. I really don't. You know, I'm so competitive. You know, if I don't win, I'm mad no matter where I finish. You know.
Well, great race today, though, David. Congrats.
Hey, thanks a lot, fellas.
Okay, let's move on to real quick. I wanted to run through the secret number draws tonight. Were 5 and 13. Fifth place, Timothy Lewis, you win $10. And Brian Wertman for finishing 13th, you win $10.
Cool.
Okay?
Thank you guys very much.
Yes, sir. And
Hey, you bet.
I'll get that out to you here as soon as we get the broadcast all wrapped up and shut down. So give us a couple minutes here. We're going to run down through the results of everything. Sean Butler winning here tonight. Second, David Howard Jr. third, Nathan Miller fourth, Timothy Lewis fifth, William Kirk sixth, Robert O'Neill seventh, Brian Phillips eighth, Kevin O'Brien ninth. Good finish for him. Thomas Keene finishing 10th there. We've seen him get bumped, looked like by Nathan Miller there, or them two got together anyhow, somehow, and Thomas Keene finishing 10th. Wrong one. Scott Brinson 11th, Rush in 12th, Brian Wertman 13th, Daniel Smallwood 14th, James Lehman 15th, Kyle Streichard 16th, and Kerry Cleaver, last one out there on the field, in 17th place. Okay, well, let's see. I guess that wrapped up everybody that was on there. But again, congratulations to our winner here tonight, Sean Butler. And that'll do it for tonight. And he did lead 61 laps tonight. That's pretty awesome. So.
Oh, sure was.
All right, well, any last sentiments on the race tonight, Ed?
I just, like I said, Rudy, it's just awesome being in the booth with you for one thing. Enjoying a good race. Like I said, we watched a green flag run here from these cats, 65 or 66 laps before our first caution. It came out. It was an awesome job. Every driver out here tonight, Rudy. I enjoyed it being in the booth. It was just awesome, the whole thing. I'm glad to come down here from being an admin to come down to help you broadcast a little bit. It was kind of boring up near me and Tommy. And I said, listen, I'm going down the broadcast with Rudy. There's nothing going down here. These guys got it all together. I think we can broadcast tonight. So it's awesome to just come back to broadcast with you again here at MaxSpeedTV. I just kind of miss that, and when you're not broadcasting and you're watching the race, it's kind of you're totally lost, Rudy. So, like I said, I'm just happy to be back in the room with you tonight.
All right. Okay, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow night. Let's see. No, I'm sorry. We're off tomorrow night. That's right. We're off tomorrow night. Yeah, Mach Speed is on their week off this week, so we won't be doing a broadcast there tomorrow night. So be back, I believe, Thursday night if we can get any drivers to run. But if not, we'll see you sometime this week. Thanks for watching, folks, and stay safe.